Day 4. Well, this morning dawned beautiful and bright, and we left Paihia with an early start, heading for Omapere. Now, Omapere has this amazing scenery, which has this amazing lookout point that was used for signaling ships to warn them of when the tides were too low to get over the sandbar. So now it's a place where tourists can go and check out the incredible bluffs and the incredible aquamarine water. It's really quite the sight to see. It was super windy. Here's an example of the crazy windy roads that we had to deal with. For some reason, they seem to think that having S-curve after S-curve, blind corner after blind corner, for kilometers on end, with a posted speed of 100 is considered normal. Did I mention there's like no, what do you call them, curbs, like things on the side that like give you a little extra room. Anyway, we didn't have them. So here's an example. I hope you don't get car sick. We didn't, but this is, I think it's called the Waipoua Kauri forest. It's under part of the Nature Conservatory, and it's where some of the biggest kauri trees are found. This is Tane Mahuta. He's 2,000 years old and is the biggest kauri tree in New Zealand. Probably the best well known as well. Here's Ian trekking through the forest. Here are the four sisters. Now, Tane Mahuta means Lord of the Forest. This one here, this is the Father of the Forest. It's the second biggest tree in New Zealand, and it is almost 3,000 years old. Hard to believe. It's absolutely massive. Once we made our way out of the Kauri forest, it was back on to rolling hills and farmland. Here's an example of what a lot of what we see when we're driving through the Northland. It's pretty spectacular, and it just goes on forever. Now, to continue on with our Kauri theme, we decided to stop off at the Kauri Museum in Matakohe. It's a really neat museum that has tons and tons of history on the kauri trees and the history of the early pioneers that came and settled New Zealand. All kinds of neat artifacts and machinery that was used in the lumber processing of the kauri trees. I got kind of a kick out of this little bottle that I found. This is what's called the gum room, where the resin has hardened into amber. It's really neat. It's a huge collection of kauri gum. Tune in tomorrow as we are off to Hobbiton.